Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to the JC2K video, and today I am going to be doing episode number 2 of Comp Diaries, which is the series where I go through a competitive game that I play and basically talk y'all through the decision making that I had during that game and what contributed to me either winning or losing that game. And in today's episode, this is another game from Dream League, which is the comp tourney that ImJustIsaac, if y'all know who that is running. If y'all want to be involved in future competitive tourneys, make sure you go follow Dream League 2K on Twitter. I will leave a link for their channel down in the description if I remember. But yeah, this is So7TV. I think is a top 5 consensus player on Xbox. He's one of the best MyTeam players in the world, and I played him a couple times in Dream League 2K, and this is the first game that I played against him, and it's a really good game, and I think it's a good game to talk through to kind of see his perspective and my perspective of how a competitive game goes. So I do hope y'all enjoy this video, and I think it should be a pretty good one. So before we hop into it, one thing, if you haven't, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We just hit monetization on the YouTube channel as well, trying to push towards 2,000 subscribers, and with hitting monetization, that was a huge goal of mine. I really appreciate all the recent support and just trying to keep it going, trying to snowball it into continued growth in the channel. I would really appreciate your support if you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. But without further ado, let's hop right into it, take a look at this game. So we're just going to hop into this game. I'm going to skip obviously the settings, and I don't think I had even done my defensive settings. I have a video about my settings, by the way, if y'all want to take a look at that. But let's hop back actually into the game. I run a quick pick and fade. I get the ball to Bill, and I go up for a Showtime slam on the first possession of the game, which is really just pretty simple offense, honestly. But y'all will see the start to this game was crucial for me. I started this game off perfectly, and so is an exceptional player on both ends of the court. His defense is one of the best in the community. His offense is very hard to stop as well. You see him trying to get ankle breaker animations and burst out of them there, and I'm playing really solid defense. That's not the best shot to give up because it's a relatively easy to green shot, but I do a decent job of, like, he could have gotten an easier look is what I'm saying. And I do a great job of pinching here with Simmons, stepping up with Ferry to contest if he tries to throw that. I could have gotten a steal there with Danny Ferry as well, and he gets forced into a tough situation late in the clock. I played super solid straight up defense, and he winds up committing a shot clock violation. So that's first possession of the game started off really well for me. I'm just going to skip forward just a little bit. Obviously trying to get into my spacing, set up my offense, attacking the rim here with Simmons, and I see a smaller Rudy Gay on me. I get a blow by kind of animation. When you see that animation, you can often go up. More often than not, you're going to get a contact dunk, and he just messes up here and winds up turning the ball over. And this is a really nice possession for this game specifically. Y'all will see this possession. I do a good job of misdirection to get the ball in, but then y'all will see right here. This is one of the best passes that I've thrown, honestly, all year. Calling Bill Russell to me using B or whatever that is on PlayStation, I don't even know. But you see I dot corner there right there. I'm actually going to go back and show that. This is a risky pass because if he reads it properly, it's going to be a steal. But first of all, I bring Bill Russell to me with B so as to not risk a turnover. But here, I see him click on a Rudy Gay, and I know he's going to come up to try to steal the ball from Durant or to bait this pass. So I just decide to swing it right ahead to the corner to Ben Simmons. And you'll see he moves up, and it's a dot wide open to the corner. Simmons steps in for 2, which is unfortunate, but we'll still take the wide open 2. We green that shot. That's an exceptional pass, and I actually had to clip it because I was proud of that pass. That's an absolute steamer, so I was pretty proud of that one. Good defense here. Prefer to give up the 2 there, and we managed to suck him into a double team jump ball animation, which gives me an opportunity to get the ball right back. And he wins the jump ball, which is fine, but I do like the fact because we still have a chance to win that jump ball and get the ball back. Again, great defense right there with Ferry baiting down and then recovering back to the corner. Really solid defense this possession as well. Even though he gets stuck in the screen there, he gets a wide open look and winds up missing it, which is lucky for me because my defense broke down just a little bit at the end of that possession. But again, trying to get into my offensive spacing immediately. You'll see he's sending bodies, but I'm just trying to make the safe pass, not mess anything up. I bursted the wrong way there. If I bursted toward the middle, I probably would have had a better look. But do a good job of just being patient on this offensive possession. Find Ferry wide open for 3, and I missed the shot. I got a good look. I got to green that, but it's all right. Go right back to playing defense, and I played really amazing defense to start this game. Again, recovering with Porzingis, baiting the corner. Just being super patient on the defensive end. By the way, my dog is in the background. If y'all can hear him whining, he's fine. He's just being needy. I hope y'all can hear that. But I think he meant to pass out of that shot there. He had a player wide open in the corner. You see him flop there. And that's unfortunately kind of got hoed there. But gives me an opportunity. I throw it into Porzingis. He overbaited the wing, and I get a wide open look for an easy 2. And he calls a timeout. Skip ahead. All right. He gets the ball in. He subbed in his bench. He's running Luka off the bench as his bench point guard. I know he has a super souped Luka. It's like one of the with elite defensive badges. But I didn't play good defense there. I gave a wide open look, but I was going to force him to beat me with James Wiseman. It was one of my strategies this game, was force him to beat me with guys who I don't feel super confident shooting, that they can shoot the ball. James Wiseman, Jonathan Isaac, not as easy releases to Green, not as high 3-point ratings. And then again, Ben, just trying to be patient. He doubles on the inbound. You'll notice a ton. He does in general. He just sends a lot of doubles, which makes it tough to maintain my spacing. But here we go. Patience, getting to the rim. Getting a good dunk look. I mean, I'm not mad about that look. He winds up getting a stop there, but I got a good look at the rim. Could have definitely had a dunk, and it gets blocked, which is unfortunate, but I can't be mad about that defensive possession at all. And then defensively, I'm trying to make him shoot with Wiseman. I get lucky again. He winds up dribbling out of bounds. Like, that's just tough. He got lucky with a block on one end. I got lucky with a turnover on the other end. And, yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Honestly, no. I just played this game yesterday. Just really good patience. They're getting it to KD and making sure I don't throw any baited passes and getting a wide open Showtime dunk. And we're up 8 early in this game. Great move by him. That's a comp move right there. Misdirection one direction and then using the Pro 3 to basically speed boost toward the other direction. And right there, I call a timeout because he had me sucked into a double team animation and I didn't want to throw a risky pass to potentially turn the ball over. So I just called a timeout instead to reset it. You have 7 timeouts. Might as well use them, right? But, oh, my bad. I skipped too far forward. So I get the ball into KD again, and immediately you'll see I go pass and screen away. I want to get my spacing proper every single possession. Again, just trying to be patient here. I find KD wide open. I go baseline, and I get a blow-by animation. As soon as I get that animation, I'm pretty much going up every single time. When you see a blow-by animation, you see a dude on your hip, you're more often than not either going to get a contact dunk or just a straightaway blow-by for a wide open play. I try to double there, try to rotate with KD. It's a good shot by him. He winds up missing it, but I was just sending a lot of bodies, kind of a risky rotation, didn't wind up working, but thankfully he winds up missing the shot. He overbaited with, that's exceptional defense. If I throw that pass, I mean, he overbaits with Wiseman here. If y'all see, if I throw right there, I might have the pass to Porzingis for an open dunk. But he overbaits with Wiseman, then he rotates with Luka, knowing that I'll hesitate a split second, which I do hesitate a split second. And it's a beautiful rotation by him. And I turn the ball over. It's an exceptional defense. I really can't hate on it at all. He does a great job and then gets a wide open Showtime dunk. And his team has team takeover. So I immediately just throw the ball up to the court, get a wide open dunk on the other end of the court, trying to get as many free buckets as possible. It's very, very key to take whatever you can get in a competitive game. It's not as easy to like find the certain shots you want. So like see here, I'm sending bodies at Luka because I'm very scared of Luka with takeover. I'd rather give up a shot to Giannis there, and he hits a white with Giannis, which, I mean, if you're going to live with a shot, you're going to live with a white with Giannis. Like, was that good defense? Not particularly, but it was better than giving up a wide open 3 to Luka, which is potentially what could have happened the way that possession had started off with him potentially having a crab. Trying to use Ben there, and Luka's just too small. He gets caught underneath the screen. Ben gets an open look. I get a delay peek, but I wind up greening the shot with sharp takeover. And then to end off this quarter, I'm just trying to play solid defense, play straight up defense. Don't overbait anything, but just be patient and play good, solid, straight up defense. Because if I can get a stop here, I can go into second quarter up by 8, and that would be huge. And I mess up and just let him. I'm going to go back and talk about what I should have done here. If I build, because I'm baiting over here right now, which is not what I should be doing. I should be focused on this screen and not letting him get through. I should be coming with Bill Russell to prevent him from getting an open 3 here, and then rotating with one of these 2 players to take away the cut. But instead, I don't click onto Russell, and I wind up being late, and he hits an open white, which, I mean, that's a great shot, honestly, with takeover. Whether he whites it or greens it, it's still a good shot, and that just winds up ending the first quarter. But I could have potentially gotten a stop on that possession, and I wound up playing poor defense, which cost me a stop. And instead of being a 7 or a 6 or 8 point game, it's a 5-point game at the quarter. I get lucky with the block there. It's good timing, but kind of lucky on sharp take or slashing take. And immediately, I almost turned the ball over by throwing the ball full court. I should have been more patient on that possession, but it wound up working out okay. He's going to, I think, send a double here. He doesn't send a double, and I actually get a blow-by animation with Bill, but I didn't feel confident going up with that. And then this possession is gross. I just got bailed out. I was basically running around passing the ball, and I got a lucky blow-by. Not a good offensive possession, but hey, you're not going to complain when you get a bucket out of possession, whether it's kind of lucky or not. Just trying to play super solid defense, not give up threes, especially when I'm up by 7 already. Really nice pinch by Ben there. I could have easily had a steal there. That was great defense. Just 2K didn't give it to me, which I'm not too mad about because they gave me a blessed bucket on that pass possession. He immediately gets the ball into Wiseman, and my strategy against Wiseman was to try to make him shoot, and I do not do a good job of that there, and wind up giving up an open dunk, which is just something that I could have avoided probably, and running around the double team there, trying to be patient on the offensive end, get a wide open look for Danny Ferry. That's a great pass. I wish he would have stayed in the corner for the 3, but we'll take the 2 as well, and just trying to be patient on both ends of the court. And make his offense as hard as possible. Sending a body there with Danny Ferry to try to make him make a decision. He does a smart job. He's getting sucked into a double team animation. Instead of risking a bump steal or a tie up or something or throwing a risky pass, he calls his timeouts. You have 7 timeouts for a reason. You might as well use them. He does a smart job of doing that there. Skipping ahead, he winds up getting a dunk out of that possession. Not even going to worry about going back and figuring out what exactly happened that possession. But still have a 6-point lead, or a 5-point lead, I'm sorry. I throw it to Ferry because I know he's not in position with Isaac to bait that. And I get stuck on my own player with Ben Simmons there, which is just unfortunate. I probably should have bailed out of that pass, but I thought I played really good offense there and I had a chance at a showtime dunk, and I just ran into my own player and it stopped my momentum, which was unfortunate. Fouling on the break to prevent him from getting an easy fast break score. You want to obviously make it as hard as possible to score. That's one of those things. Just make it hard because you're not going to get stops every possession, but do the best you can. Pinching there from the corner with Ferry. He does a great job of his angle of not getting bumped. I could have easily gotten a bump steal with Ferry there if he was just a little bit off, but he wasn't, which good job to him. Credit to him, of course. And then immediately try to space the floor, create good offense. Just trying to always have good floor spacing, because when my floor spacing breaks down, it becomes a lot easier to guard. I get lucky there, honestly, and then I accidentally passed out of that, but I get a showtime because his CPU jumps with Giannis. Honestly, that could have been. I didn't mean to pass at the bottom from Bill Russell. If the 2K had just let me pass it into him initially, I would have had a wide open dunk, and he does a great job of slipping the screen there and getting himself a dunk on the other end of the court. It's only a 3-point game at this point, so it's basically a toss-up. Trying to prevent him from baiting that with Kawhi, get that pass out early before he can get to it with Kawhi. We do a good job of that, and he throws it ahead for a cherry pick on the other end of the court. Luckily, KP gets back, and I foul again in transition to prevent what I thought was a relatively easy opportunity for a bucket. He throws it into Wiseman again, and immediately I try to send a double to make him uncomfortable. He does a great job of passing away from the double team, finding the wide open man for a dunk. That's kind of my own fault for giving him that opportunity. I pretty much left that wide open because I overbaited from the corner to the wing, and he threw away from the double team, which is smart. Passing away from the double team is one of the smartest things a player can do. I find Ferry wide open. His defense collapsed. I think that's kind of lucky that his defense helped there, because I know he has no help on, but we get a wide open 3 and we're up by 6 again. Really good defense as well there. Kind of lucky, but I'm never going to complain about Bill Russell sitting right there on Giannis. It bounced off his head. I get the steal. And that is a good defensive possession right there. I was in good position. I could have shot that with Bill right there, and I didn't, which is kind of a mistake. And then I pass out of that, and I just get an unfortunate animation. He has bailout. I would have liked to get a better pass animation there, but that could have been my steal right back with Porzingis, and unfortunately 2K doesn't give it to me. So not going the best, and I wind up fouling there on accident. So a couple of things there didn't quite go my way, but it does happen. And again, now that he has sharp taker with Wiseman, I'd rather him take 2s than 3s. But when Wiseman doesn't have takeover, I'm trying to prevent, basically give up the hardest bucket possible. Make it as hard as possible for them to score. Again, try to be patient here, trying to reset my spacing, because when my spacing collapses, it becomes easier to guard me. And we do a really good job of getting an ankle breaker animation there, running around the defense and getting another dunk. So with 1 minute left in the second quarter, obviously I'm trying to finish out the quarter strong. I do a really nice job of pinching there with Russell, and he does a smart pass fake to pick up the ball and prevent a double team or a bump steal. And I'm just trying to recover at this point with Ferry. Great hop step by him, but I'm in a pretty good defensive position. Just again, trying to play solid straight up defense. He makes a great move with Giannis, and I try to come over and block it with Ferry. I'm a little bit late and don't get any sort of block animation, which is all right. And I run right around him, get another cherry pick bucket. We take those buckets. If you can get a free bucket, an easy bucket, I 100% recommend taking them, especially in a competitive game. Especially when you're playing an elite player who on any given night can beat you. He wound up beating me in the second game. So that being said, again, cherry pick bucket. Porzingis was leaking out. He wasn't in a position to get a steal. We take our open buckets. We're up by 8. If I can get a stop here, it'd be massive going into the half to potentially have a chance to be up as much as 10. And just, again, trying to send pressure, send bodies, make it complicated. He does a great job of being patient, making a nice move. And yet again, you see another cherry pick bucket. That's 3 in a row. We take them, because if he's going to give me a bucket like that, we're going to take advantage of them. One thing I will mention just real quickly, I don't know if y'all saw, when I subbed in my bench, but then I subbed KP and Kevin Durant, since they both had takeover. I subbed them back in the game to try to take advantage of their takeovers, because takeovers are very, very important in this game. And when you can take advantage of them, I think that's a big deal. Again, Wiseman doesn't have takeover. I'm trying to make him shoot. That's because Wiseman is not an easy card to game with. So I'm going to make his life as hard as possible. And there we go. He doesn't want to go up a 3 to Durant. So we take the wide open dunk with Ferry, and we're going to go up into the half. Going to the half up by 10. Really, really good job by me ending off that half on both ends of the court of taking what the defense gave me. Now, hopping into the second half, I guess I got to stop on the first possession. Let's go back and see what happened there. It's a good blitz by me. Playing really solid straight up defense again. He takes a tough-ish shot there, 4% covered. I don't think Isaac's release is that easy to green. I wound up getting a lucky rebound. And this is a chance right here to make a huge statement and potentially make this game very, very hard to get back into from him. And y'all will see I don't do a great job of that, unfortunately. He does a really nice job baiting that corner. Could have easily been a steal. Sends that double team. And that's why I call those timeouts. I recommend calling timeouts in those situations so you don't risk a turnover. I very much risked a turnover there and got lucky that I didn't wind up turning the ball over. I tried to send Siakam on a back cut. It's a good back cut with my spacing. As y'all can see, I got dudes all over the paint, and I get lucky there, and Porzingis comes wide open for a 3, and I green it. And at this point, I'm up by 13, so I feel pretty comfortable. But as y'all see down the stretch, he does a great job of putting himself back in position to compete for the win. Again, trying to be good, solid on the defense, just trying to be solid straight up. I'm not quite as good of a defensive player as I feel like I was at points earlier this year in terms of my defensive baiting and stuff. So I'm just trying to play as solid as possible, make his life as hard as possible. He does a great job throwing a back cut lob there. So throws more back cut lobs and effectively does it better than any other player in this community, in my opinion. That's just one of those things that he's great at, has been since 2K20. But immediately, I go right back at him. I should have been more patient on that possession. I get lucky with an offensive rebound, but I should have been more patient in general. And I almost turned the ball over there as well. We're just not being patient enough right now. At this point, there's 2 seconds left in the shot clock. I wind up turning the ball over. I should have shot that with KP. I would actually have an open shot. But that's my fault because I'm rushed at this point in the possession, and I wind up turning it over. So now it's a 9-point game, and I call a timeout to try to slow down the momentum that he is starting to pick up in this game. Checking back in from the timeout, I wound up subbing in the rest of my bench, Mutombo and Paul George. And I'm going to try to take advantage of KP because I think Mutombo is just bigger and a better dunker, or a better slasher and stuff. But as you can see, he's playing really, really good, solid defense. I'm not able to find an open lane to burst out of, and an exceptional rotation there as well. I wound up getting a blow-by and almost a dunk, but he honestly deserved that block because he played such good defense on that possession. I take a tough fadeaway shot, and he gets a rebound. And honestly, he deserved to stop on that possession. He played great defense, gets unlucky with the full court pass there, and we will take that. Kick it to the corner for Siakam, wide open for 3, and he knocks it down even with the cold ring. And I love Pascal Siakam. I think his release is one of the most consistently green that I've used all year. And we're back up by 12, which makes me feel pretty comfortable. And y'all will see, though, he does a great job getting back in this game down the stretch in the third and fourth quarter. Good job by him. Again, use the pass fake. It prevents you from getting yourself in a situation to potentially get bumped. And it also, it's just useful instead of trying to dribble through a double team or a bump steal, because you'll often turn the ball over there and you don't want to make that risk. And the thing about So is he does a great job being patient on offense and just creating the best look possible. He does an awesome job of slipping the screen, hitting the roll man, and then hitting the corner when I bait from corner. And I overbaited, and that's my fault. But he gets a wide open 3 out of it, which when I'm up by 12, I shouldn't be giving up threes, and that's my mistake. Slashing back to the rim, though, taking the dunk that the defense does give me with Josh Smith. And sometimes you just got to take the shot that's there. I got a blow by animation, I got a dunk, and we'll take it. I'm going to skip ahead just a little bit, though. He did score a 2 there. I get a wide open look, and that is just unfortunate because I shot a full bar there. That was great. That was a great shot by me, and I got a full, which means I greened the shot, and it didn't register as a green, which does happen. Again, fouling in the full court to prevent, or fouling on the fast break to prevent an easy bucket. But I would have been back up 12 there, and 2K didn't let me green that shot, which is just unfortunate. There's not much I can really do about that, though. It just happens in game. It's in games sometimes. And again, really nice defense there by me, doubling, had a chance to get that steal with Mutombo. I didn't get an interceptor animation there, unfortunately, and I wound up fouling on there, which I did not need to do with 7 seconds left on the clock. Did not need to reach there. That's entirely my fault, because I was in a good position to get a stop, and instead I wound up fouling. It's my second foul in the last 2 minutes, and it puts him in the bonus. Back on offense, I'm just trying to figure out what I'm doing at this point. I really was pretty boxed this possession, as y'all can see, but I get lucky with a blow by on Dikembe. He gets a contact dunk animation, winds up getting an easy bucket, and he throws it right back ahead, gets himself a cherry pick bucket, just like y'all saw me get a few of those in the first half. When you get an opportunity for a free bucket like that, always take it. See, as y'all can see, again, my spacing is kind of broken down that possession. I wound up getting an open look and greening a good shot. Josh Smith's release isn't that easy to green, too. That's a great shot by me. But as y'all can see, my spacing kind of broke down. I was throwing some risky bailout passes, and I wound up scoring there. But it was still, like, just not the prettiest possession. And we'll take the bucket, but I just need to do a better job of being patient. Do a really good job of guarding that screen, just showing enough pressure to potentially get a stop there. And I'm playing super good all-around defense there, and there's just nothing I can do on that possession. I played great defense, and he got a blow-by on the burst at the very end and a contact dunk with a tired player. And like sometimes you just kind of have to live with the way that the game is, and there's not a lot I could have done about that. I get a dunk and an ankle breaker animation right back to them, and I get my dunk block. And it's just tough because I played good defense a couple possessions in a row, and it's just like 2K didn't give me a couple things like there. He got a blessed bucket, and then I have shot a couple fulls and gotten a dunk blocked, and it's just unfortunate because I've played good, but you kind of have to just live with that because that's how 2K is. And here we go. I played great defense, and going into the fourth quarter, I'm going to be up by 8 because I played awesome defense around that screen there. Did a good job of avoiding it. But that being said, I'm up by 8 going into the fourth quarter with the ball. Just trying to be patient. Because in a situation like this, when you're up this much in the fourth quarter, you want to be patient. And I turn the ball over instead of pass faking to pick up the ball and not risk that bomb steal. And that's just a mistake that I made that I need to not make. Again, fouling in the fast break, though. Don't give up easy buckets. Make them work for their buckets. And again, I pinched with Siakam there. Could have gotten a bump. He didn't quite move up enough for me to get that bump, but it was good defense. And I do a great job of clicking on with Paul George late in that shot clock and contesting that shot as well. Really good defensive possession by me on that possession specifically. And I tried to go up for a dunk animation there, and I got a fadeaway animation. I should have bailout passed out of it, which is really unfortunate that it wound up giving me that animation, but I foul again in transition with Bobo to prevent an easy bucket. Trying to send a double there immediately again. He throws away from the double team, which is smart. Good pass, risky pass there. I could have gotten a tip with Durant, and I don't, which is unfortunate, but he winds up missing, and I get the rebound. So I have another opportunity to reestablish my lead by double digits. Again, patience. Just trying to be patient. He does a great job of defense there, but I get an open look with KD, and I pass out of it, which is kind of stupid, but he winds up fouling, which is not a bad outcome for that possession. And obviously, I hit the slip there and get a dunk with KP, which is just, he was late on his rotation with Bobo. I had the slip wide open, so we get an easy dunk on that possession. And up 10 with 3:46 left. You would think that I would win this game relatively comfortably, but he does a great job of getting himself back in the game. That's just bad defense. I think instead of I come in to contest a 2 potentially and give up a wide open 3. Like, that's just something you can't do late at the 10-point lead. I'd much rather him get a wide open 2 than a wide open 3. I hit the man wide up in the corner, and 2K doesn't let me shoot, which is just absolutely unfortunate. They didn't let me shoot, and he gets a turnover. Great bait by him. If they gave me the opportunity to shoot that wide open shot the way I was playing, I probably would have greened it, and we'd be back up 10, which is just unfortunate. Again, 2K is going to do things in games that you're just not going to be able to respond to properly, and it's going to be unfortunate because you'll play good defense or play good offense, and it just won't reward you for it, which happens. Good defense there. He gets the offensive rebound. Like, you kind of have to live with certain things. But really good straight up defense. Again, you see this possession, but he does a great job of bursting late in the possession, getting an open look at the rim, and I foul to prevent him from getting a wide open dunk. Use your fouls. You get 5 of them before you're in the 4 of them before you're in the bonus for a reason. As y'all saw there, I paused. That was just a little bit cheeky. So is my boy. We're relatively tight, and Porzingis is sitting over here for some reason. He gets a wide open look in the corner off the inbound for no reason, and I'm just pausing because, like, where is my defense? It's just, I don't know. He flops in return. It happens. The game just sucks. It kind of is what it is. But you got to live with it. He winds up getting hoed on the other end with not getting a steal, and I get my dunk right back. So I guess we're even again because he wound up getting hoed right after I got hoed. So that being said, just again, trying to play straight up defense. It's only a 6-point game. I can't afford to make a lot of mistakes. And I make a mistake there and give up a wide open 3. I should have, I'm going to go back and show what I should have done this possession. Right here with KP, I should be coming, instead of clicking off with KP, I should be coming with KP to contest right here to not give up the crab with DeRozan. Or if I'm going to click onto DeRozan, I need to come harder. If I need to run to this spot to potentially get a contest or to prevent him from shooting the open 3. Up 6, you can't be giving up wide open 3s, and I make the mistake of giving up that wide open 3, and he greens it. It's a good shot. It's totally my fault, and it becomes a 3-point game with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. And at this point, it's anybody's game again, because a 3-point game, like, anything can happen. Should have passed fake there too, because I very well could have been drawn into a bump. Great defensive rotation by him as well, and he gets unlucky, honestly, misses the steal, and I get a wide open showtime. So that's great defense by him, and I got lucky. Plain and simple, I got pretty lucky there. I do a better job of recovering and not getting crabbed in this possession. I send another double. If Ben Simmons was in position there, I would have had a really good chance at a stop. I could have gotten a steal there with Ferry as well. I baited that really well, but it didn't give it to me, unfortunately. And I just play super solid defense on this possession. I mean, great defensive possession by me, and he gets a blessed bucket. Like, plain and simple. I played exceptional defense, and he made a shot that really shouldn't have gone in, and he got an open shot that should not have been open at the end of the day. Like, it is what it is. So I throw a great pass. They're hitting a wide open Bill Russell. That was the only pass I had at that point. I probably could have called a timeout there, but I threw the right pass there, and I get an open dunk out of it by going baseline, which is really nice. Puts us back up by 5. Should be up 7, I feel like, but he got that bucket on that last possession, which was just unfortunate because I played really good defense, and there's not a lot I could have done. And he gets he's bursting around with KP, and I'm like, no threes, and I foul there, which is fine. But that's my last foul in the last 2 minutes, and you'll see, I keep making this mistake. I think I do it again here, where I foul in a situation that I shouldn't, where I've already given up 1 foul. Actually, no, I just gave a wide open 3, and I got lucky that he missed it. I forgot. Can't give up a wide open 3 to sharp take. You'd rather give up a 2. Don't jump at that too. But I got lucky, plain and simple. And I throw the pass to the corner. He could have had the steal again. And he kind of gets unlucky, and a couple of things went my way there, and that was kind of a big deal. That he missed that white, and then that I wound up not turning the ball over on that pass. I got to be more patient. I got to use my timeouts and be smarter. He sends another double, and I do my double. I throw a great pass. Again, really patient offense. Get a great look at the rim and get a showtime dunk. It's great patience. It's really good patience. Use a lot of the clock and get a bucket late in the game to put myself up by 7. And he just hits a tough-ass shot. I feel like that should have been more contested by Russell because I was there, but that's a great shot by him. Like, I really can't discredit him at all. He deserved a bucket there because that's an exceptional shot. Like, credit to him. And again, here, I throw the wrong pass. Bill Russell cuts at the end of the game, but that happens. And then I don't get the steal right back, which is tough. It's just my mistake. I can't make that mistake. He hits wide open man with takeover, hits a green. It's a 2-point game with 38 seconds left. If I don't make that mistake, I call a timeout or just am more patient bringing the ball up the court. I'm good. But instead, I made that mistake, and it winds up costing me. Here we go. I'm being more patient there. Don't turn the ball over, which is much smarter. And now I throw a great slip. Beautiful slip. He didn't have a chance to get to a steal there, and I throw a great slip for an easy 2, which puts us back up by 2 possessions, which is absolutely huge. I needed to score on that possession to give him not a chance to tie or take the lead on this possession. And here I'm playing no threes. I do not want to give up threes at all. I will give up the open 2 because I do not want to give up threes because I know that if I give up the 3, even with a foul, he's in a 1-possession game. And then right here, you'll see, I'm just trying to avoid the double teams. I know what's coming. I know that he's going to send doubles. I know he's going to send pressure, trying to make me turn the ball over, so I'm being patient. He sends another double. I hit the wide open man, and then I send Ben on a back cut because I see that he's doubling there, and he winds up giving me a wide open bucket. And that's just great offense there. I avoided the double teams. I was super patient, and it winds up giving me a bucket late in the clock. And at this point, the game's over. So, one final thing that I will give y'all a tip of. In a situation like this, 2.5 seconds left, don't even risk turning the ball over. Don't even risk getting tied up in a double team, anything like this. Just look what I do. Just run away and shoot the ball. The clock is going to run out if you shoot a full court shot. That's the answer. In a situation like that, when you're up 1 or 2 points with 2 seconds left, shoot the ball full court because it will use the rest of the time up and you'll win the game. If you don't do that, you need to do that. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. I'm going to click onto here just so y'all can see. I shot exceptionally from the field there. Really good shooting, taking a lot of dunks. I greened most of my open shot. I don't even think I hit a white that game either from 3. 7 turnovers. His defense is so good in his rotations. He could have even had a couple more. But I think we both got hoed relatively equally that game. And it was just a really, really good game. He did a great job getting back into the 4th quarter. We closed it out with some smart offense and good decisions late in the game. And I think this is a really, really good game. Again, 2 of the best players in the world. I know that sounds kind of cocky, and I hope y'all aren't offended by that, but I do play this game competitively. And I think I'm pretty good. But obviously, a great game between two really, really good players, and I think there are a lot of things that you can learn from watching this game if you're trying to potentially play the game competitively or just learn to get better. Mistakes that I made as well. You just don't want to throw some of the risky passes that I threw. Be more patient on offense. I turned the ball over and let him back in the game down the stretch, which was my fault, and luckily was able to close it out. But that is going to do it for this video. If you did enjoy, please make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment as well, and let me know what you thought of the video. And also make sure you hit that like button and subscribe as well if you haven't already. Just to help us push towards the 2,000 subscriber mark in the channel. Again, I really appreciate all the recent support in the videos, and I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.